Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't notice, I have no makeup on. I'm actually doing a makeup look today. Holy shit. I'm gonna take you through it start to finish. I'm gonna do the hair zhuzh as well. I'm gonna share that with you guys. But first, I got nails and no. Not only did he do a horrible job, but I feel like I'm holding things like I'm taking money out, like it's not for me. But anyways, really into the color, not into how crooked they are. We'll get there. Anyway, before I get started today, I want to talk about what cleanser I'm using and hating, so you guys don't get it. This is from Cure. I picked up the Brilliantly Brightening Cleansing Gel. I was like at Whole Foods, needed a cleanser, thought, why not try some Cure? They have like a billion options. It's supposed to be get glowing with this super gentle nutrient-packed cleanser that gets right to work washing away dirt, oil, and makeup. Antioxidant-rich pomegranate, blackberry, and acai team up to support your skin's inherent awesomeness. And I think it's meant to be geared towards all skin types. Yeah, if you have dry skin, no. I'm so dry here. We need to help a sister out before we put makeup on. By the way, the makeup look we're doing is sort of gonna be the one I'm wearing on like an everyday basis. And as I get into the eyes, I'll get in a little bit closer so you guys can check it out. So first and foremost, still loving the Fit Glow Eye See Firm Eye Cream. I think it's safe to say that I would go ahead and repurchase it. It just sits well under makeup. The Maya Chia I like for at nighttime, but sometimes I don't like putting an oil on immediately before any sort of concealer, and this just sinks right in. Then, since my skin's extra dry, I'm actually gonna go in with the Fleur Vibrant. This is the Healing Floral Essence. This is the travel size. This is from Infiore. I love this stuff for when my skin is super dry. It's like a balm. You can use any sort of balm, but this one doesn't clog my pores, and that's why I love it. And it also sits nicely under makeup. So my skin is just so pathetically dry. I've also been super into the Fit Glow Cloud Comfort Cream. I got a little sample of that. Really liking it. Might purchase the full size of that because I think it's nice for the daytime, but I'm still also obsessed with the Max and Me. The Max and Me is just even more expensive. That's sort of where we're at. So I'm putting on a good, healthy dose of the Fleur Vibrant. And I actually think I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit more right now. Sorry, the background's kind of weird, like my chair, it's not quite high enough to be in line with that. I put some books here that I thought were gonna be in the frame. They're not, but it's all about the makeup today anyways, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just applying this as you do. Hi, here she is in all her glory, yay. Next step is going to be shaving my mustache. Shaving my mustachio, because that is what I do. Actually, you know what? Forgive me. I'm about to change the camera angle because I'm worried, since my mirror's a little bit lower than me, that I'm going to start going out of frame when I start doing my eyes. So I'm gonna recalibrate the situation. You could tell I haven't filmed in a while because it's a little bit of a hot mess, but we're gonna get through it, okay, I promise. And we're back. All right, let's get into base. The base I've been super into is actually the Babbo Botanicals Daily Sheer Tinted Sunscreen SPF 30. This doesn't come in a lot of shades though. I'm never not gonna have a problem with that. It's like the #1 problem in green beauty land. But if for whatever reason this color works for you, run with it because it is very great. But beforehand, I am actually going to go in with the 100% Pure Luminous Primer. I want the skin to glow, baby glow, and this adds some, not only a little bit of smoothness over the areas that are dry, but anything that's gonna make it last on the skin a little bit longer. I mean, I'm always gonna be here for. So I'm just gonna squeeze some of the Babbo off on the back of my hands. I believe I did a review on this product, I think. So I will link that down below. I think this might be the only color, which is pretty fucking outrageous, but like I said, it's not even a perfect match for me. I'm just lazy, so I make it happen. So I'm just applying this relatively lightly. It does give a decent amount of coverage, given that it's just a tinted sunscreen in my humble opinion. But you guys always know I do like a relatively fresh base, and then I have no problem going in with just a lot of concealer where I need it, because I don't really have a lot of active breakouts or anything like that. So I don't need that initial like lay down of coverage, if you will. Okay, something I have not tried with nails yet, I haven't tried any of this routine out with nails yet, is this Fit Glow. That's not really gonna work, so I guess I'm gonna have to, so stupid, take it out on my knuckle, and I'm gonna dab it on and make a really fucked up face. And by the way, this is the Fit Glow Beauty Eye Bright, and I've been really liking the eye bright. Usually I like a dark peach color, but for whatever reason, this really pale yellow is also doing it for me. So I'm just tapping that in with my fingers. I made it through, guys, with nails, so I haven't poked my eye out yet. It's the little things. Concealer. I'm still the Glossier Stretch Concealer Biznatch. I think I always will be. So I'm just tapping this in. What I like about this is that it looks really healthy on the skin, provides an amount of coverage that I feel like isn't too intense, which I like for an everyday basis. If going out, this may not be the concealer to use, but I have been testing one from Fit Glow that has some really nice coverage, and I will be reviewing that very, very soon. In fact, I might use it to spot conceal, because that little, I had a pimple, I fucked with it too much, and then of course I got left with a little scar, which is exactly what happens when you do that, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just tapping this in around the nose. I always like to get the chin. I get so red there. And we just tap. And I love how easy it is to blend out. It's like I could do that in my sleep. I really could. Now let's try the Fit Glow. So the Fit Glow packaging is super duper cute. This is brand new. I'm gonna put a little bit between my eyebrows, because like since my eyebrows are so bushy, I don't know, for whatever reason it gets a really bad shadow. I'm gonna do a little bit here, and then spot conceal around my mouth. So I'm starting to get the little bit of texture on my skin that I get when the time of the month is coming, which sucks, but what can you do? I'm just tapping this in. I'm using the shade Light, by the way, in case anybody's curious. I think the shade's a little bit off, but like many things with makeup, once you blend it in, it all kind of works. So we're gonna kind of kick this coverage up a notch. The only thing with this SPF is that, especially with the Glossier concealer, you can see now we have reached the pinnacle of too dewy. So I'm going in with the Antonym Cosmetics #2 brush, good, fluffy, big brush to cover a lot of surface area. And then I'm going in with the 100% pure Bamboo Blur powder, which I still love, and we're gonna do the center of the mug, center of the face, and underneath the eyes, as well as right on top. Anywhere you basically don't want the shine. I, of course, don't mind it on the cheek area, because that's where I would typically add some highlight. Moving along, my roommate actually gave me her 100% pure cocoa pigmented bronzer, which I am very thankful for, but I'm so pale, I need to use a very, very light hand. And I'm going with the Bobbi Brown Sheer Powder Brush. Would no longer buy Bobbi Brown brushes, but I did find 2 in my collection that I bought years and years and years ago, so I'm not going to get rid of them, but I do not recommend buying this brush. However, I'm super into the shape. So I'm gonna be dipping that in, rubbing some of the excess off on the back of my hand, and really focusing the majority of the color right here. Even that's too much, shit. I'm so pale right now. I used to use this shit every day. I'm gonna have to go in with something else and like soften that up, because that looks like mud on my face. Okay, we're gonna do 1 half dip. Try it again. Isn't that nice? Fantastic. Another Fit Glow product. I'm going in with another one of the little magic spheres that I love so much and that I have not applied with nails yet, and I'm gonna have to do the same technique. This is the Lumi Firm highlighter. So this is this blah, 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 blah. The next product I'm going to go in with is another magical sphere from Fit Glow, another item that unfortunately I have not used my nails yet. I know I'm gonna face the same problem that I was already facing. So I'm just gonna go with my knuckle. This does have vegetable collagen in it, so it's supposed to produce it in your skin. So keep the skin looking elastic, looking firm, looking great. Can't really speak to any of that as, you know, these type of anti-aging products do need the test of time to really tell. But if this area of my face is looking good in a couple of years, I'll say thank you very much, Fit Glow. So I'm just tapping that in. I'm gonna go in also on my nose. I love the champagne tone of this. I think it's really wearable. I think it lasts a really nice amount of time on the skin as well, especially being a cream product, and it just looks really, really healthy and fresh, which is sort of what this look is all about, but with a little drama on the eyes. Next up, I'm still super into pink blush. It's just the way it is if you saw my last video. So I'm going in with the Kosas Cosmetics blush in Longitude 0. I told you guys I've been such a creature of habit, and the habit changes every now and again, but once it sticks, it's there for a little bit. So I'm applying the blush towards the back of my cheeks, and then I have been making more of an effort to also pop it right on the apples, just not too much because, you know, I've never been super big blush person. This is a big deal for me. I need to ease myself. Right, so brows, since they are so bushy, I've been pretty low maintenance with them. There's not really much to fill in because it's all a little too filled in. In fact, I wish I could subtract, but I'm too lazy for that these days. So I'm going in with the Plume Brow Pomade in Cinnamon Cashmere. Still obsessed with this stuff. Just an angled brush. You guys have seen this before. I'm not going to spend too much time. And I like to draw a line across the top, not starting at the very front, starting almost like a fourth of the way in. And then I like to make a sharp line down, sort of connect that, and then I'll sort of feather the remnants through the brow. And that's like, wow, that's it, done. So I'm gonna take the leftover product that's in the lid here, do it on this eyebrow. Then I'm gonna go in with the Glossier Boy Brow, which I'm almost out of. This is gonna be my third one that's coming in the mail. And I am just brushing this upwards. Okay, so for this next step of the look, it really just requires a couple eyeshadows. It doesn't need to be these ones, but I'm gonna show you the ones I'm using most frequently. It does also work very, very nicely with the Found eyeshadow palette. Did a full review on Found. Not the cleanest products in the world, but you can get them at Walmart. They're super cheap. Have some really great options as well, including this eye palette, which is one of my favorite products from the entire line, and one that I still reach for, which I think is a testament as well. So this is a great one to use. However, we're gonna use some Kjaer Weis products today because I love Kjaer Weis. I just do. It's just the way it is. So I use these shadows so often. Totally worth it. I think I heard a review of someone who was like, Kjaer Weis is like when you're ready to buy like a limited amount of colors that just work. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like that. So I'm going in with the shade Charmed, which is this one right here. It looks like not a lot in the pan, but you guys will see. Actually, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see the color deposit, that it really is just a really nice natural shadow to sort of start the look out with. So I've moved in. I'm trying to angle myself appropriately so I stay in frame. So I'm just going in with like a Wet n Wild blending brush, nothing fancy here. And I'm just taking that. And you can see, look, perfect amount of color, a little bit of warmth. And I always take it like through here, but you can do whatever you want with it, and just back and forth. Not a ton of method to the madness. Okay, since it's me, I need a matte bone shade. Kjaer Weis doesn't have a matte bone shade, they only have a shimmering one. So I'm just going in with this one from Found. Could be any shade. This shade really doesn't matter. It's just gonna help soften that edge so it doesn't look so harsh. And I'm always gonna be obsessed with this dense brush from Sedona Lace. It is the EB13. It's my favorite for doing this sort of thing. Then I'm also gonna take Kjaer Weis Charmed on the Sedona Lace EB09, and I'm just going to apply this right underneath the eye too. You can sort of connect it. Again, it's like imperfect, messy, sure. Then I'm going in with the Delium Tool 785 brush. I'm going in with Kjaer Weis Magnetic, which is also a warm brown shade, just a little bit deeper. And I'm going to feather it on the outer corner of my eye, sort of bring it into that triangle shape. Like, bring it down right here and then up. Not really carrying too much of the color in this way. You could do a little bit of it, but not necessary. Then I'm actually gonna go in with another matte sort of bone shape, but this one I want to have a lot more pigment. I'm not really into the Physician's Formula Bronze Booster anymore, but I do like these as eyeshadows, especially this light shade because it is so beautifully pigmented. So I'm taking that on a flat brush and I am just going to pack it on my lid as clean as possible. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. We're not doing a cut crease. And then also I'm not taking it too far over. I am gonna blend a little bit more color. And then I'm also gonna take some of it in the inner corner, almost like a matte inner corner highlight. And you can see how much that quickly opened up the eyes. Then we're going in with a classic. This is the Antonym Eye Pencil in Noir. And I'm going to line my eyes the way I always do, about the halfway point right there. Bring it over as close to the root of the lash as I can. This is gonna be maybe a little bit thicker than I would normally do. I'd probably usually do it like that, but I'm gonna bring it up a little higher. Once I do that part, I'm going back to doing my little mix. So I'm using, God, I don't even remember the names. I think this is the new Cure White shade. This is a little bit of purple. You can even go with a little bit of the darker black one. And we're just doing a subtle smoky effect. You need to really use a small brush and not pull the product around too much because it will move. And we just want like a slight smoke. I'm not trying to create a new shape. I mean, of course, the shape is going to go a little bit higher. I'm really just doing a very subtle softening effect towards the corner of my eye. So just like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Then I'm going to go in with the brush that I love. You guys know I love this brush. It's a Luxie 221. And I'm just gonna go in with one of the deeper shades. I might even do this one here, a little bit of the black. And I'm basically gonna mimic what I did on the bottom because it's gonna be a lot tighter. I'm just sort of gonna tight line the bottom. And this is just a little bit softer. I don't wanna use a liner because I don't want it to get all over the place, but I do want it to have that same depth. Okay, so once we sort of added that black line underneath, I'm gonna go back in with that same brush I initially laid down the color with, and I'm gonna go back into Charms, and I'm going to soften it even a little bit more. You don't have to, but I kind of like to. So I don't do this always, but I'm kind of feeling a little inner corner action right now. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Antonym number 10 brush. Love this for the inner corner. And Cure White's Cloud 9. And this one's pretty subtle, but it'll also brighten up the eye area immediately. Before I apply mascara, I'm putting on a little of the Henné Lip Serum. This has been fun to play with. Still not quite sure how I feel since I love her lip balm so much, but like I said, definitely been fun to use. So for mascara, I am actually gonna go in with a combination of the Hint Beauty Nocturne and the Found. I gotta break open another tube, but I also want to use this one up because it's not my favorite. So I'm just sort of using a medley of the two. And as always, I'm going to curl the lashes. And you guys don't need to see me do this part. I'm going to do my lashes and then we'll finish off with the lips and a little hair zhuzh with some new hair product. All right, I zoom back out so we can do the lip look. And the lip look is using none other Jane Iredale Nutmeg. Haven't used this the way I used to. And if I did, it would be gone by now, but it is on its way out. So I'm just lining the outside of the mouth. Can't really talk while I do that, sorry. Overdrawing a little. You can see the difference there. Boom! Look crazy, but now we're going in. Sorry, my lipstick from Clove and Hallow is all fucked up. Let's look in here. Get out! Clove and Hallow Creamsicle. Even if it's beat to shit, I love this shade. I got this at Indie Beauty Expo last year. I like this combination. I know it's kind of odd, but it also kind of works, no? So I'm really into that. I'm sure it'll be on my teeth at some point. I'm gonna zoom out even more So you guys can see the top of my head a little bit. So the hair's looking a little flat. It's like next day hair. It never looks as good. So I've been loving these two products from the Mo Me by Modern Minerals collection. Did a full review on the Integrity Botanicals channel. I'll link it down below so you guys can see it. But yep, lipstick on my teeth. The dry shampoo has this little twist nozzle. That's what I was just doing. And I really like applying it just to the front and giving them a little love. Because that area on the front, I like when it goes like poof and not like wow. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, give it a little bit of grit. Smells so good. Oh my God. Let's do this actually. Very important. Let's do that. And then I love to go in with the texture mist, which will give us a little shake. And just mess up the hair a little bit, you know? Just mess up the hair a little bit. Or a lot of it, whatever you choose. All right, you guys, that is it. This is my completed look. Really hope you enjoyed watching me do that. I know the lighting leaves a little bit to be desired. The video was a little bit all over the place. I had a cry break in between and I still kept the makeup together, so you're welcome. But thank you guys so much for watching. I am trying to get more into the swing of things. By the way, totally can refute it, but I would like to get your honest opinions on something like a Patreon or any sort of donation thing. I feel a little funny about that, but I do understand at the same time how necessary it is, especially because I'm so busy. The only way that I would be able to make more videos is to make some changes, and this is what I love to do. Not gonna give you a spiel on it. You sort of just have to be with me or you're not. That's the way it is. Let me know what you think, and if you do think it's something super great, what is like an incentive tier that you would like to see? Or there's also this website, I need to look more into it, but I saw Carolina Zabroska, which by the way, you guys, I saw your comment on my last video where you could not find her. I cannot believe I forgot to link her, and I literally just remembered right now because this thought is associated with her. So I'm gonna link it for real down below, and then I'm gonna do it in my other video too to sort of backpedal. But anyway, there's this thing that's called like buy me a cup of coffee, and you can donate like $3 to $5. I don't know, thought it was kind of cool. I really don't know. But anyway, you guys, that's it. Really enjoyed doing this makeup look for you guys. I've been wearing this so much. It's perfect for work. I work in an office and it works great, but it's also good for a night on the town with the ladies. Add a little bit of glitter on that eyelid. Breesia has some great glitters, and I think you can really kick it up a notch. The lip, this would look good with any single lipstick, from a super pale nude to a super bold red, whatever you guys want. But I really hope that you enjoyed this look. Every single product I used, as always. I'll try to include some coupon codes if I can get my paws on some as well. With all the products will be linked in that description box down below. Shirt is secondhand, earrings are secondhand, nails are from the dumpster, and catch me on Instagram at Green Bunny Video. You guys know I'm trying to be super mega good about posting on there, doing an okay job, a better job. But thank you guys so much for watching. I miss you. Please know I think about making videos like all the time. Please let me know what you would like to see. That feedback is invaluable, and I hope to see you guys very soon. I think I'll be filming next week.